offering just one swing for every single golfer does not work. Physically, the way we transfer our weight during the menstrual cycle, when perhaps we're a bit looser and a bit more flexible when women are hypermobile, these things all have to be taken into consideration. Boobs, though, wonderful as they are, sometimes need containing in a good bra. Jeanette, we were talking about sports bras.
I'm not sure where my boobs have come from since I retired. And I've just been like, wow, they just won't stop growing. Now, it also means I have to find the right level of support for when I do now, less elite activity in the gym. And actually, I did not realise how challenging that was until I retired.
Running?
Yes.
So when I've run in and out for the last 12 years. And the thing that put me off running, and I'm not big-breasted, the thing that put me off was feeling them jiggle. And, but also I didn't want to not be able to breathe because it was so tight, and I also didn't want to fight taking it off when you're sweaty. It is like a big fight. So Professor Joanna Wakefield-Skur is the bra professor. Hello.
Hi.
You must have heard moans like this for a long, long time. What's being done about it?
I have heard every story under the sun, I'm sure, but I'd love to hear more. There's so many challenges in the area of breasts and bras in sport, but it's so important. Unless we can get the right support for our breasts, that movement can change our performance. We actually identified that if your breasts move a lot, it can shorten your stride by 4 centimetres. Now, 4 centimetres might not sound like a lot, but if you equate that over a marathon distance, you add up 4 centimetres every step, it equates to a mile. So if your breast moved a lot, you'd lose a mile.
I can see Sally Gunnell smiling here.
Interesting, isn't it? I remember coming back from having my first son and breastfeeding and trying to run. I used to wear 2 bras. That was the answer, yeah. 2 bras.
2 sports bras?
2 sports bras. And look at me now, but nothing. And I never did then, but at the point it was, yeah.
But it's all relative, isn't it? It doesn't matter if you're smaller breasted or not. You feel when they're bigger, and you feel when your body's changing as well. Why? I'm grabbing mine at the moment as we speak, just for examples. But Jeanette's laughing. We've never worked together. I don't know if it's going to happen again. She thinks I'm bonkers. But in terms of research being done now, you spoke about in terms of running. I was talking about the golfing. I'm thinking of rugby, impact as well. It hurts. It hurts when someone knocks into your breast. What other areas are being looked at?
Yeah, there's a really disappointing lack of research in this area. I've been researching this area for 20 years, and really our research group is sort of the biggest in the world in this area. And we need to know more. We need to know more across lots of different sports, across different populations, from schoolgirls to postmenopausal women, what changes. We work with patients post-surgery. We want to help them, encourage them into exercise. We want to break down barriers to exercise for schoolgirls. We did a study with schoolgirls, and 46% of them said that they were put off sport because of something to do with their breasts. Yeah. Breasts are the first sort of outwardly visible sign of puberty, and it can stop girls from taking part in sport.
How do you balance then, Joanna? Some of these sports brands, these commercial brands, have got these fantastic kits, beautiful colours, lovely designs, but horrendous technology. When it comes down to actually, pitching these to these young women, there's got to be a balance with that.
Yeah, I mean, I have to stick up for some of the brands. I see the technology in the area improving. Some of the big brands are investing in research, and actually they're investing in female athlete health research as well around breast health. So not just focusing on the product, actually, which is really nice to see. But it's really only been in about the last sort of 3, maybe 4 years that we're starting to see this interest in the area, that we're talking about it more. So raising awareness, conversations like this are really important.
Professor Marjo, Chancellor here, your thoughts?
Yeah, and I think the work that your team are doing is absolutely incredible, and it takes all of us, and it's not just having world-class scientists and academics that are doing this work. We need women to volunteer for the studies. So one of the barriers is
place of Lando Norris.
Walker scores! I'm Carl Walker.
And I'm Michael Brown.
And welcome to the Carl Walker podcast.
Walker starts his
I said to you the other day, I'd probably give up one Premier League, not the first. For what? To win that with Tottenham. Just for what that moment meant, to say that I was in that Spurs squad that won a trophy since 2007.
Tottenham will celebrate Europa League winners.
The Kyle Walker Podcast.
Listen on BBC Sounds.
This is the voice of the UK.
It's just been horrendous, and it isn't the only time that's happened either.
They had a massive opportunity to change things.
Matt Shawley.
Ask your smart speaker.
Play BBC Radio 5 Live.
Afternoon. Here we are again then, live from Westminster. Just feeling very relaxed. Yeah, at the weekend I had my first sound bath. There was about 100 people. It was a charity swim.